p.m. Maine Outdoor Journal. Headed out on the Trapline again here. Hopefully we'll do pretty good today. Everything's been soaking for 4.5 days. Headed out this afternoon to check everything up. 23 sets, 23 marten boxes out. So I'm gonna go check those. Just picked up some fresh scent. I got some more Hellfire, and then I picked up some tincture to try something else that I've been wanting to try. Actually, I got a couple things I've been wanting to try, but this is the first thing I'm going to try. I didn't have everything I needed for the second experiment, so we're going to try a little of that, a little of this, check some traps, maybe shoot a big buck. I got a couple of reports that there is an absolute giant right around my house. They've seen it on both sides. I see his tracks out in my fields, so I've been kind of watching them in the this morning, and there was does and lambs out there all morning. They're till, Jesus, out there till 10, 11 o'clock, so they're feeling pretty safe. So I'm going to keep an eye on those in the morning and the evenings. Maybe he'll sneak his little face out there. I'm definitely not a purist when it comes to shooting bucks. I like them all sizes, and I like to get them all legal methods of take. Maybe I just haven't evolved into the hunter I should be, but if he sticks his face out, Mr. Johnson, haha, I'm going for him. So we'll keep you posted on that, and we'll see what we get on this next set just up the road. All right, headed into set number 1. Call this the fortune cookie set. See if we got any action. Doesn't look like any action. I see meat in there. Phew-wee. That new concoction I got there is pretty. I don't think I want to do that. I think that's going to run right down the side of the jar. Now put you down. I can't do that one-handed. See how that works. On to number 2. Alright, go down and check trap number 2. Down along this little brook and green growth, little skinny strip here. We get over on the other side, get in this man-sized trail. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, I can see it over here. The log set. Oh, I'm seeing a few tracks here. What kind of tracks are they? Something was in here treading around, but I can't find one clear enough to see what it was. Coyote, I think. Alright, what do we got here? Well, we're not fired. Not on that side anyway, not that side. We got meat. I think Sunday I'll put some fresh meats in there, starting to dry out a little. I'll get this lowered up and we'll check out the next one. Alright, going in looking for box number 3. Got some rabbit tracks. Where there's rabbits, maybe there'll be marten fishes. on next real quick, make sure I'm on the right trail. Oh, down to the left. Alright, I'll turn you on once I find the, gotta go one trail over. And here we are. No fire. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, plenty of bait in there still. Alright, lure her up, on to the next one. Alright, on to the next one here. There's the box. We already caught something in this one, maybe, marten. But I don't know if we get another one. Oh, she's fired. I don't know what it is. We'll get her opened up here. See what's going on. Well, it's not an elephant. Weren't that heavy. And let's see before I look. Is it sprung? Is it weasel, marten, fisher? Oh, nice looking weasel. Beautiful. He still hasn't turned all the way white yet. Huh. Pretty fella. Pretty fella. Get him out of there. That's twisted up, so there we go. Make sure he ain't froze in there so we don't rip any hair out. No, it doesn't seem to be. Falling right out good. There he is. A little froze up a little, but beautiful. That's going to make a nice tanned hide. Look at that. That nice. Gorgeous. Alright, I'm going to get this reset up so we can get back on the road here. Alright, on to the next spot. Got a Maine Fisher in here so far, so we might be getting this spot wore out. Let's see if we got anything in here. Getting a little shady in these pockets. Got a fisher. Oh, this is the set we got the fisher in. Nope, no springage. Got bait. Lure her up. On to the next one. Alright, we're at the next box. All we've had at this one so far is a stolen bait. Don't look like she's fired this time. I thought this would be a pretty good spot. Just a matter of time, I guess. I'll have to shine a light in there and see if I got bait. I'm gonna do some baits here on Sunday, freshen things up. I ain't got time right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. We're out here on the old Trapline again. We got Ahab the Bebob. We got a special guest today, old Roy Boy. Yep. He made her out today. Yep. Got him drug out here on the Traplines. We got a bunch of traps out here on a 5-day soak, Maine Fisher sets. We're going around checking them today. I think we got, I don't know, 17, 18 to check. So we'll see how we make out. What do you got to say about it all so far?
It's not bad. I just don't like riding that far. So
you're a homebody?
Yeah, I also like gaming.
What do you think, Aubrey?
Hopefully we'll see a deer today.
Oh, that'd be nice. We had a doe and a pair of lambs out underneath the old apple tree this morning. I've been keeping an eye on that morning and evening, waiting for a big old buck to come out. They've been seeing a big old monster not too far from the house, and I've been just waiting for him to stick his little nose out there. We'll take, I'm not a elitist. I spikes, 30 pointers, all legal methods to take. I'm happy with them. Just like to eat them. How about you?
Yep.
All right, coming up on the old first set, and we'll see how we make out. All right, set number one. This is actually the same spot where I got my bear this year. Yeah. Had some pictures of some marten. I don't know if I've had Fisher or not, but I had some marten in here. Thought we'd set one up, even though I haven't had any bear bait in here in quite a while. But yeah, we'll see what we can find. Have to trim a little tree at the trail here for next baiting season. We said here, oh yeah, I did a leaning, put her on a leaning log over here. Oop, I hit a squirrel, Liam. Caught my bear right over there. What do we got here? She doesn't look like she's fired. Nope. Yeah, you hold this. I'm going to give her a fresh dose of lure. I think all I had in here last time was just some long distance coyote lure. I didn't have any skunk left. So.
Oh, you got that help for you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
That'll straighten you out. That'll kill you.
More like kill you. Jeez.
You don't like that?
Boy, doesn't that smell?
Oh, that's good.
No, it ain't.
Oh, yeah. You take that first thing in the morning, you take a couple pieces of homemade bread and toast those up, put a little butter on it, and you just take this and just drizzle that on there easy. Then when you go out trapping, you just have to go on the tree, and she's good for a week.
Yeah.
Alright, we got another box in here. See if we get anything. No, you never even helped me set this one. No, you haven't been to this one before. I gotta fix that one. Oh, that's alright. Nothing. Lure up. Alright. Got our next set here. See if we got anything. If not, we'll freshen her up here. Looks like I set this one on a log. Along this brook. Got a brook here and this green growth. See much fire. I don't see much fire. Get bait in there. Looks like it's got to be fixed a little. The pan's all cocked. I'll get fixed up and check on the next one. Alright, on to the next one. Oh, over here on the old knoll. I think she fired. No, sir. That's surprising. One thing, I thought I'd have one on one side of this brook, but I also didn't have any skunk when I set these up and restocked. Now all I had was that little bit of that coyote long distance call, so that probably wasn't the best. I'll get them all freshened up here and try them again. Alright. Alright! How big he is, got a nice looking tail. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to unwire from the bush so I can get a hold of it. I don't plan that in very good when I make my wire length. It's alright, that's a small problem. Small problem. This was the first my first door design, and I only made one or two like this. I didn't like it. I can see why. What am I trigged up on? I don't understand. Oh, his feet. Oh yeah! Look at that one. Oh, Ahab didn't want to come down. I told him, I said, if I get something, you don't walk down the track. I've come back and got you twice now. If you can't come down and check them with me, not coming back up anymore. Well, he wanted to stay. Maybe he'll learn his lesson from this one, I guess. Sitting up there eating sardines. Not froze on, that's good. There. Anybody know what time it is? It's time for the Joe Holland stretch. Oh yeah. Look at that. That is nice. Absolute beauty. Huh. He hasn't been in there a super long time, I don't think. He's got a little not froze up good. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that coat. Got that nice grayish brown there. Kind of a cape. And that beautiful black there. Got a few salt and pepper white hairs in there. Of course, got the old armpit and the back end white there. Pretty good size one. Let's see if it is a let's see, female, I think. Yep, feels like a female to me. Yep, nice one. We got to get reset up now. Get some fresh bait in there. Oop. Oh, my pan, he dug my pan off my trap. Old piece of beaver rib meat on that one. Get my pan back on there. Oh yeah, that worked good. Get my wire off here for my bait. And we got that one out of here. The old partridges and small game will be able to rest a little easier. I'm sure there's still plenty more around here. Still plenty more around. They got a pretty big range. There'll be some more move right in to take a place, I'm sure. Oh, nice looking piece of beef meat there. Almost take a bite right of that just the way it is. These bear baits are pretty good places to set up, because not very often will you have a bear bait and you don't either get marten, fisher, or both on the camera. They got a sweet tooth. They like to come in and take a little bear bait. They're probably more opportunists than anything, but they don't mind some sweets. So they kinda, and also lots of times where you put a bear bait is naturally marten and fisher countries, because they pretty similar spots to where the bear would be. So I'm sure it's a little bit of both, but they certainly, especially the marten, do not mind having a little tasty treat. A little pop tart or trail mix. Don't mind it one bit. Just like me. Prefer red meat, but not scared to have a little Debbie either. Alright, get this baby opened up. So I didn't have any, I don't think I had any skunk on that one. I just had old Gorman's long distance coyote call there, which seemed to do the trick. He come through close enough to smell it. I see his tracks right up there, her tracks up there on top of the hill, and I just got done telling you that's good and bad thing, because nothing worse than you come down to your trap and watch marten and fisher tracks go right by and not even look sideways or come up and peek in the hole and reject it. Rejection, but that wasn't the case on this one. Couldn't resist the old beaver fever. Beaver fever. Only way this could be any better is if I had 50 boxes instead of 24 boxes. Gonna have to add to the collection next year. Add to the collection. Get that down in there without making a racket. Oh, I like to have my locks outside the box so I can see them. Little game of operation. There we go. Find me a little stub stick to hold my trap up so the dog don't touch the wood. I don't like that. Probably don't make a difference. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, pass. There we go. Put that down in there. That like that. See if I can figure out where I had this snuggled down in here. Get all this excitement, I just grab and growl. I think I set it right across like this. Like that. I think now I had it. Alright. Walk off. Must have that rip around there. I'll put it on this stub here. It's kind of a unnecessary regulation in my opinion. There's nothing going to go in this box and lug it and the trap off. Just ain't going to happen, in my opinion. Even if a bear stuck his arm in there and got caught in that trap, he's going to pull right out of it. He ain't going to lug that thing around. He'll turn that into splinters. So, oh, just got to do what they say, you know. You just got to do what they say. Alright. A little lure action. Put out a little of my home brew. Home brew. That on there. I can't tell if it smells good or not because it takes me about 1 or 2 sets to get nose blind to that skunk. I can't even smell it anymore. I use the old Hellfire as a reference, but I can't really smell much of that anymore either, so it ain't gonna help much. I'm gonna put this back here up in some of the moss, the bottom side of this tree. Sticker up in there. I can smell that just a little bit right there, so I think this Hellfire is slightly stronger. I think the old Hellfire is slightly stronger than my home brew. All I could get at the store to make my home brew was skunk tincture. It wasn't the good quill, so the amount of grease I used in there to the amount of skunk, the ratio might be off a little bit. With that tincture, should have had more of it probably. I might have to, next time I try it, I'm going to make it with the quill. So. But we got beautiful female fisher right there, absolutely gorgeous. Boys, they got quite a claw and a paw on them teeth. Can raise havoc. I'd almost rather jump right in the chipper than I would fight a pair of these. But all right, we're gonna work our way out and get on the next set. We still have quite a few left. Maybe we can find a nice pretty pine marten or a weasel or another fisher, something. All right, we'll see you on the next one. I just went back because I wanted to double check, see if my pan was on the bottom. Oh, Ahab must have been, oh no, that's Jackson. Must thought I was taking too long. Right here someplace I got a bucket. Oh yeah, right there behind you.
AJ tried to call you and then he left a message asking if you grabbed like some bear pie thing.
Yeah.
And I told him okay.
Yeah. Okay, a beautiful fisher, huh?
Yep.
Nice fisher.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's a nice one right there. Oh yeah.
Gorgeous. Yep. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, on to the next one. See if we got any action. Get this one on a pole. No, she's not fired, don't look like. Looks like the old squirrel's been using her for a place to save up a few seeds, an old seed bank. It locks off, it's on the inside, but I think it'll be all right. All right, I'm gonna put some fresh lure and on to the next one. All right, headed in the other side of the brook. Got one on both sides of the brook here. Another pole. Looks like no action. This is actually the same stream. It's probably only, I don't know, probably between 1/4 and 1/2 mile up to where we caught that fisher, so. But you'd think there'd be a marten running down through here. Oh, nice hunk of bait in there. I don't like that stick in there from before when I said it. I'll get that out. Alright. Oh, Ahab made her in this time.
Yeah.
You want to hold this while I lure her up a little?
I see you got a somewhat smaller thing on Hellfire.
Yeah, that's the only one they had at the local store. I don't think we're still going to have enough to get through the season. I'm going to have to order some more, I think. Might try some of that Gusto. Old Caven's Gusto. I think we gotta go this way.
This one? No bait.
No bait. Oh yeah, she's wired up the ceiling.
Oh, I didn't see that.
What happened here? How'd I head this up on the... Good enough. Running out of light quick when I put these out. Didn't set that one very good by the looks, little, but I don't think it would have bothered them any if one would have came along. All right, new road system. Oop, I see I put her way over here. Wasn't really much of a, there's a little bit of a trickle on this one, but not really much of one. I just like the looks of the thick woods and the cedars here. A little bit of wetness. Whoop, something's going on. Something's going on. She's fired. She's fired! They're up there eating donuts. We just stopped at a farm stand, got us a half dozen apple cider donuts. We got sweet pepper jelly. Well, you either got a trap or you got to eat, one of the two. See if I can find a place to keep you propped up here where I can show you what's going on. See what we got. Right over here would be better, I think. See what we see. And it is, oh, another little weasel. That's a nice white one there. Short-tailed weasel. I think all the other ones I got have been long-tailed weasels. But that's a nice one. We'll take him. There we go. Right there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Get out of there. This way, I think, down by the bait. Nice fresh meat in there still. We'll keep that going. nice little spot right here. Ready to go again. Alright, we're over here on the other side of the brook. We've got one in here someplace. But I was thinking about setting a pole set right here, but then I changed my mind. And where'd I go? Someplace. Find my tracks. Oh, I went up this way. Went up on the knoll further. Oh, I see it. I set her on a pole up here. On a log. Maybe not a pole. I don't know what size you go from pole to log. Maybe you guys let me know in the comments what diameter tree goes from a pole to a log. Or does it matter if it goes vertical or horizontal? Guess I gotta have a definition. Anyway, we didn't have a fire. Nope. Still got bait. We'll lure her up, check out the next one. Alright, we're at the next location. This one's kind of up on a knoll. I set a little ridge here with a thick softwood on top. And, see if we got anything once we find that box. I went this way. There's a little road there. Oh, here we are, right here. Been a bear, it would have bit me. Well, I had some snow piled up in front of that. I'm going to fix that. I don't like it suspended up in the air like that. She's not fired, and there's good bait. Alright, I'm going to reposition it and put the lure to it. Check this one out. This is kind of way down on the other side of that last ridge we set on, but there's a little wet run that comes down through here on the edge of it. Try that out. It doesn't look like it's fired. It's not really the greatest marten country really, but kind of got big wet runs on each side of this. Pretty big wet run. You can't quite see it in the picture there. And that way it goes up to the top of that ridge back there where we had that last set. So I just wanted to cover both sides. And she's not fired. And we got plenty of bait. Alright, I'll lure her up. I think we got 2 or 3 left to check on this. Check. I feel like every single spot where I've set a trap, I get out and there's a buck track coming out almost where I walked in. Nice track there. This is just on the edge of a little knoll. Right down there, there's a nice brook. Tried this one a little bit higher up instead of right down in the very bottom. See if we get any action. See if we get any action. over there on that log. Nice looking little green growth up through here. Brook's just down there, not too far. But nothing came through yet. Of course, didn't have them lured up good. But they'll be lured up good this time, so if we don't have much next time, we won't have any excuses. So, I'll get this lured up and I think we got one, maybe two more. We'll find out as we go. Well, here we are, last set of the day. This is where old Ahab the V-Bob was trying to snare a bear, and he got it onto him one night, but he slipped out. Never came back after that, but had a lot of marten pictures on this camera. So hopefully one will sneak back through. I'm sure they will eventually. Still got a lot of time left. But she's not fired right now. Alright, I'm going to check the bait. Get her lured up and head her on back to the house. Alright, that's the end of the line for this check. Here's what we got. We got two weasels and a fisher. And I had one weasel from the I checked 6 traps yesterday that I had set on Sunday, and I had set these ones on Monday, so the 5-day check was alternated off a little bit. But we're all caught up on checking now, well within the statutes of the law of the states of Maine. And look at this beautiful, beautiful fisher. 3 nice ermines. This one here, he still hadn't fully committed to changing up yet. Still had a little cappuccino color there in the back. That's actually going to look pretty good once it gets tanned up. That's pretty nice. It's not the full dark brown.
Did you give it the Joe Holland stretch?
Oh yeah, I gave her the Joe Holland stretch. Well, anyways, that's the end of this one. We'll check you on the next one. Hope you guys have fun out there.